Daughter started on meds for ADHD, said to me, it's so quiet in my head now. Holy shit.
Who's your oldest buddy? It's that little voice that started talking the first time you got traumatized.
They'll try to put thoughts in your head, weird thoughts, nasty thoughts.
And it's the oldest trick because it's such a familiar voice.
Been much happier by controlling my thoughts. It's the only power you have.
The key is just acknowledging it. You don't have to kill it because you can't kill it.
Social anxiety, fight or flight, I think that is pretty inescapable. Or is it?
It's very painful to compare ourselves to functional people and realize the horrifying deficiencies that we've been left with.
The reason you watch a mentally ill, damaged person going down is because you yourself feel a very low vibrational state. A rare mood disorder. People who go in depth and like go to therapy and stuff, this is kind of nuts, man.
Should I ditch my friends who only play League and drink?
These people are broken, man. Try not to use Discord, man. It's so unhealthy. It's not good for you. Stop doing that, okay?
I was diagnosed with ADHD. I took medication through high school. It made my schoolwork easier, but I hated how it changed my personality. I quit it, and it actually made a better grades in college. Now I make 6 figures in sales, and I'm being my true self. Screw meds.
Yeah, bro. You guys don't ever touch those meds. Get off that detox.
To corroborate what Sam said, if you are depressed, please avoid antidepressants unless you are literally about to KYS. I got placed on them in university, and they seriously altered my personality for the worst.
Yeah, bro. If you have some sort of mental problem, trying to think your way out of it is not going to happen. It's never going to happen for you. You're not going to think your way out of a wet paper bag, okay? You got to move. You have to break that negative thought loop with some movement, my friend. You do not want those ADHD meds, brother. Listen, when you're 16, you're supposed to be going nuts. You're supposed to be going off the walls. Mom, look at me. Okay? That's what you're supposed to be acting when you're 16. It's because you're 16. All right? Do not touch the ADHD meds. If they already got you on them, start weaning yourself off. And don't get overwhelmed. Listen, when you're 16, you got your head is swimming with new hormones. You got all kinds of stuff going on. You're supposed to be crazy. You're supposed to fail. Like, things are set up for you to fail. I don't know if they do this anymore, but if you go to actually a good college, you're going to be overwhelmed with work because you're supposed to fail. It's part of the gig is that you're overwhelmed with all this stuff. So just keep that in mind too. At age 16, you don't need to pick between psychology, game design, all this stuff. Yeah. You just have to aggressively be present and be pursuing what interests you, okay? You'll have more knowledge and you'll be better able to evaluate, all these different questions. Age 16 is an incredibly good, lucky age to start being aware of the passage of time, to start being aware that this stuff matters. You're 16, you're asking that question, that means you're ahead of the curve. Just be present every day when you wake up. Okay, today's this day, I'm here, I'm doing this is happening, I'm learning this. Just be thinking about what's going on. 16, I would say, don't worry about anything specific, because if you're waking up and that's the question that's on your mind, you're in a good spot. Just keep at it and try to find people who are knowledgeable. Don't get sucked into something that sounds too good to be true. A lot of these, like how to make money, the how to make money ecosphere is like how to turn into a bullshit like me so that you can bullshit other people. So just avoid that. Try to figure out something that's real. And the other thing is, if you're young, that's like a huge advantage. If you find a local real estate guy and you're like, hey, I'm 16, I want to learn about real estate, that's like extremely impressive.
Yeah.
That's totally different than being 25 and going to a guy and saying, hey, I want to learn about real estate.
Hey, I want to learn about it. What you do?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Social anxiety, fight or flight when called on in class, I think that is pretty inescapable. Or is it? When I had social anxiety, I never had it that bad, but when I had it, I would solve it by lashing out and having a public freak out and like being funny, yeah. Which I think worked. People definitely didn't want to like be my friend, but they did want me around. It was because I would be funny whenever I felt that social anxiety or whatever. But you'll grow out of it. I don't think it's something you need to. A lot of things. Listen, man. I'm 19 years old. How do I do this list of 25 things that are not the main point and are going to solve themselves anyway? Like a lot of problems are like this. They're in this category. Like they're unsolvable, and they take care of themselves in 10 years anyway. Think about 10 years from now, your social anxiety will probably be, unless you're a freak, in which case you can't be helped anyway, In 10 years, when you're 30, you're not going to have social anxiety. Focus on whatever's going to make your 10-year outlook the best. And don't worry about the that like is essentially just, it's happening because you have acne and you have hormones kicking around and you're just in a weird spot. Like if you're in class, being in class. I would never go to a class. And if I did go to a class, I'd own that bitch. Like if they put me in a class right now, hey, what's up? I'm Sam Hyde. I own this class. Understand? Teach. Get kicked out immediately. But like what I'm saying is you're in a weird artificial position. Like you have to go to a class. It sucks. Like there's nothing normal or cool about going to a class. So even if you didn't have social anxiety, you'd have some other thing that's bothering you about the class. The most out of where you are right now, get the most out of it, and just worry about your 10-year outlook. And any problems you have, think, is this a problem? Am I going to solve this? Am I going to watch YouTube videos about social anxiety and mewing, get one of those the Jaws-size thing, and suddenly I'm going to be an alpha Chad? Or should I just worry about how to be the most self-actualized, richest, well-off, in-shape 30-year-old, where I'm going to be in 10 years anyway, and not waste a bunch of time watching YouTube videos about, yeah, you got to fake it till you make it, man, charisma, blah, blah, blah. But when you're young, it's more important that you avoid mistakes. So avoid gaming all day, drugs, alcohol, stuff like that, and just take whatever opportunities are presented to you. If you're like present at age 20, if you're present as in like sort of just, paying attention reasonably and giving like 80% of your best effort, you don't have to stress out and go nuts and do like a Jocko Willink 100% best effort thing, as long as you're a little bit present and you're avoiding all the bad stuff, avoiding drugs, avoiding codependent relationships.
Hanzo Metal says, Merry Christmas. You've convinced me to stop playing games and be productive. Should I ditch my friends who only play League and drink? Yes, yes, yes.
No, you can definitely help them, bro.
I have League friends. I've been bullying them.
No,
Stop
man.
Playing League for years. You just never stop.
You just got to say the right combination of words, and your friends who are playing League of Legends will suddenly start a small business with you. Try not to use Discord, man. It's so unhealthy and shit. Terrible. Am I wrong in saying that?
No.
Okay.
No, I hate it.
Yeah, don't do that, guys. Come
Just
on.
the format and like looking at it makes you act up and be
Looking at a purple. It's purple, isn't it? The interface?
purple and gray.
It's like a dark. Oh,
It turns you G.
Cyclothymia. A rare mood disorder, emotional ups and downs. You experience periods where your mood noticeably shifts up and down from your baseline. Get your testosterone levels checked, though. If you're moody, you should for sure do that. Get your T checked out. See what the levels are, my guy. You can go do that at a walk-in. Go ask if they can call it a walk-in clinic and see if they can do that. Oh, this looks serious. Yeah, you might need to go to betterhelp.com. This is ridiculous. Look at this. People who talk about this stuff are crazy. Not the commenter, but people who go in depth and like go to therapy and stuff. This is kind of nuts, man. Taking the time to draw this out with a cartoon and
Yeah. Yo, Charles, I love what you said on the last stream about prayer. Yeah. Nothing in my life has changed, but I've been much happier by controlling my thoughts and directing my mind in good directions.
meditation for straight people.
Yeah, you have to. You're straight up when you're doing that. It's the only power you have. And the sooner you figure that out, the sooner you win. It's the only power you have. They'll try to put thoughts in your head, weird thoughts, nasty thoughts, every which way these things are going to come at you. But if you master them, you do what you want. Be like David Blaine. Yeah.
Eating
glass, munching on quarters, eating a bicycle, getting out of like a straitjacket or underwater. You did something special. I don't know.
My daughter started on meds for ADHD about 10 months ago, and about 2 weeks in, she said to me, "It's so quiet in my head now." Holy shit, man. It's so quiet in my head now. These people are broken. These people are broken. These people are broken, man. The reason you watch a mentally ill or like damaged person going down is because you yourself feel out of control, low, a very low vibrational state. And it's a satisfying, like fun thing, but it does not help you get like higher. It's probably a bad idea to make that your primary genre of entertainment. He looks like a mentally ill crackhead.
I think he has mental difficulties. Like, I think he's homeless. I think he gets all his money from TikTok.
This guy's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's like the example.
He's actually based. Now that I think of it,
we
this guy's actually. Now that I think of it, the guy's actually based.
He like does a lot of dining and dashing after people donate for him to eat and stuff.
That's based?
It's a lot of videos of him getting in trouble on public property.
Okay. Based. Thoughts on Boogie 2988's 20-year-old? He should be Boogie 2077. I don't watch stuff like that. By the way, guys, that stuff, if you are feeling really low and you need to see somebody else who's doing badly, go right ahead and knock yourself out. Don't live in that form of content. Like, don't have that be your primary that you digest. That's not good for you. Stop doing that, okay? That's for if you're depressed, if you need betterhelp.com, if you're having a low vibes day, go for it. But don't be the guy that's watching every documentary of every schizoid possible. But good for him. It's got a
the trailer was pretty epic.
Lucked out. Epic? I would say f***ed up. If you like f***ed up shit, then yeah, it's epic. But don't have that be your brand. Don't be that guy. That's not good for you, okay? I think it's different for girls because I think it doesn't matter quite as much what you watch. Well, like if you're a guy, you shouldn't be watching stuff that's like background noise as much. I think it's okay for girls to watch stuff that's background noise, but not for guys to do that.
Why?
Because they're different.
What is the background noise stopping you from accomplishing?
I feel like a lot of people are like actually watching these freaks. Like people watch this and are engaged with it.
I watched one Mr. Beast video literally.
In this video, we're going on a 250.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is they're trash.
As an entrepreneur, as a
It's like spiritually, it's like it's not even like popcorn. It's eating boogers, which I don't expect you to agree with me or understand. But for guys, if a man told me he was watching this and like he thought it was important or good, I would think that that's ridiculous. The difference is it's a male-female thing.
I just don't understand how it has to do with gender. That's all. Because I think everybody's minds work differently.
Because men and women are like fundamentally different for what they're supposed to like do in the world.